Table tennis is a game of inches. 1 inch too short, 1 inch too long is the world of difference between world class and a flop. Now for the new members, we do Tuesdays tutorials and tactical training. Now those videos come once a week, either on Tuesday or Wednesday, but today we're going to start a new series, a new genre called exercise drills. Now it would make sense to call them more training drills, but we have too many T's in all our headings and stuff like that, so no bloody T's. So we're going to call it exercise drills. And in exercise drills series, I'm going to show you how to practice, train and master certain aspects of your technique and parts of the game, so you'll be able to use it in a match. Okay, so today we're going to do a special one, and I'm going to run through the 3 steps and the 3 exercise drills that you need to do to start learning or master the serve. So this works for existing serves especially well, but I'm going to focus on the idea that you are using this type of technique for exercise drills in a new serve. So the serve I'm going to use today is reverse pendulum. It's one of the most common serves out in the world, and most players want to learn it. So I'm going to use the reverse pendulum, and I'm going to show you how you can build up your quality, consistency and control with these 3 exercises. Yeah, let's just jump to it. Now I do have to note that these exercises work for both existing serves and new serves. So if you're doing this for a new serve, the first thing before you even watch this video, you should be able to take the serve whatever you're doing, so I'm doing reverse pendulum, and be able to throw the ball up and still make contact with it, okay? At the table of course, but it's just that you need to learn how to make contact first before you jump into the drills. That way it's easier for you to grow and develop it, okay? So if you can do that, stay watching this video. Now, you can use a bottle of water. I'm going to use some sports cones. I'm going to put a cone on the side that I'm going to serve from. So on right hand, I'm going to serve from this side. I'm going to put a cone right here, just in the middle of this side of the table. And this yellow cone is going to be my target cone, which I'm going to keep. You can keep it close to the table, or you can keep it a little bit closer to the cone number 1. I'm going to do it step by step. So I'm going to make a racket distance between the table, and that's where the cone number 2 is going to sit. Now that you have your cone set up, you go to the station, you go to the side of the table. If you're doing this for an existing serve, try and take it in a serious manner, in the right mentality that you're playing a match point, bend your knees and be all in your shape. If you're doing it for your new existing serve, don't really focus about your footwork, just try to make the contact with the racket and the ball. That's why I said at the start, you got to be doing at least the basics before you jump into this. And all you want to do is make the first bounce at the side of this cone, somewhere here, okay? And the second bounce to have the ball with spin, so it rotates inwards into the spot between the 2 cones, and just repeat that as you go along. And every time you miss, you acknowledge yourself, why did you miss? You need extra spin, you need extra movement, you need a little bit more rotation. And every time you do that is then how you're going to develop your new serve. So, why did I miss? Probably because it was too high, I didn't take it seriously. See, it goes in between the cones. You can take as many bounces as you need, but that is your first step, trying to master the spin. See, I hit the yellow cone, which means I need a little bit more wrist action.
Okay.
For this serve. Oh. I did not use enough power, which means I need to rotate with the ball a little bit like that. See, talk to yourself why you missed and keep developing yourself like that. The better you get, the more closed you can become with the second cone, and vice versa, you become more vertical with the cone. So the more you put like this, have a closer gap to it, the more spin you'll need, and the less speed you need, otherwise the cone will go past the cone. I'm Coach Eddie Zeiler. Hit the net, which means I could use a little bit more rotation into it. You see, talk to yourself, and that's how we're going to develop the spin and the movement of the serve much better from early on stages. Now, for exercise number 2, we're going to use target practicing. Okay, you need target practicing. It's cliche, but it works very effectively. You need 2, try to have at least 2, because you need 1 for long to adjust the racket for that, and number 2 will be for short. So you start learning control, concept, and at the same time understanding what you need to do for yourself to make the ball go longer, go shorter, and vice versa. So I have two different targets. Again, you can do it between cones or without cones. I'm going to keep it quite simple. I'm just going to reset them real quick. And what you're going to try and do is the same concept. You're going to try and make the ball go in between the cones and at a certain length. So I'm going to attempt target number 1, which is long. So there should be no bounce except near enough the paper. So again, you're in position. I know we're not focusing on it, we're focusing on control. So it's a bit snappy, so I'm going to try to do a little bit smoother motion. Oop, not bad, but not good enough. But that's what you're trying to do. You're just trying to learn the idea of what it takes for you to do this, the exact serve at this exact time. Now, we'll try number 2, and it's the same thing, just need a bit more spin. It's good, but it's not perfect. Again, try and spin it, and spin it up. It's a bit too long, but that's what you're just trying to keep going by focusing on your set targets. And yeah, you might hit 1 out of 10, you might hit 5 out of 10, it doesn't matter. Set up your targets all over the table and just keep rotating and practicing the idea of short, long, sideways, backspin and all that. Target practicing is cliche, but it's very, very effective. Hi there player, welcome to Dublin Table Tennis. To become a member of this table tennis club, all you have to do is click the subscribe button on this channel and like this video. And step number 3 is you need a marker, some sellotape and a string to make your own homemade little equipment where you're going to put it over a net, and that way you can now practice your height control over the net. So you're not too high and you're not too low as well, to try to perfect that bounce over it for the highest possible quality. So yeah, step number 3 is your quality and consistency of your height of the ball. You might have to take this a little bit more seriously by bending your knees, because if you make contact high, the ball is always going to be high. And again, you can do this without targets, with targets, whatever you want. For now, I'm going to keep the targets on the table, but I'm not going to care for that. I'm just going to focus in the ball in between the string. And right now, it's about 2 ball difference. So it's a nice starter, beginner-friendly height where you can just do your serve and trying to attempt to keep it low. Don't focus about anything else, no speed, no spin, just trying to focus, keeping it low. And just keep going. Now, you're going to miss 1,000 times, but at the same time, you're going to start perfecting your serve in all main categories of spin, speed, control, and balance of height. So yeah, that's it for me, players. Those are the 3 exercises you need: the cones for spin, the targets for control, the little string over a net for your height, and that will build up your overall quality and consistency of your serves, existing serve, and start develop your new serve for the matches. I hope you enjoy that. I enjoy making this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. And yeah, player, just play, have fun and enjoy the game.